Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel blessed to have these opportunities, and um, this type of situation that my life has turned into. I don't think anyone in the world could actually truly say that they deserve it, because there is so much variance involved in playing a 7,000 person tournament, and there's so many players worthy of winning the title. I would like to think that I put in enough work over the years that I would be one of those people, but it doesn't mean that I deserve it more than Esfandiari or someone who's been traveling, playing tournaments for 20 years. It still doesn't even seem real to me to this day. I guess what I value the most is that this happened to me after I relapsed. So I was almost a millionaire at 21 and relapsed with a big head, you know, with a lot of money at a young age, and there's nothing to prepare you for that. There's no, similar to these professional athletes, they're getting $1 million contracts at 22 years old. There's nothing to prepare them for that. And then losing a bunch of money when I relapsed then gave me an appreciation for, wow, this is so cool. I get to do this for a living. I get to make a lot of money. I need to be a lot smarter about the choices I make away from the table. Not that I was like sports betting or anything, but just like I was playing high stakes poker under the influence, which isn't a good idea. And so for all this to happen after that experience just made me so much more aware of how fortunate I am and to not mess this up, and that the most important thing every day is my sobriety, and then everything else comes second. And I think I have like the right support system in my life to make sure that I can't mess it up. And that is one of the reasons I went public with it too, is because now I have, you know, all these eyes. I can't just walk around being messed up, you know, someone's gonna call me out or be like, hey, what are you doing? So I have to be that much more responsible about it. None of this would have been possible if I wasn't clean. It's not even possible. Like, this is my 6th year playing for a living. I've spent 10 months under the influence and the other 5+ years sober, and it's just disgusting. When I'm using, my graph is down like this, and when I'm like, it's just crazy, you know? So I wouldn't have any shot at any of this if I wasn't like in the right state of mind. My friends in poker now that are still there from the beginning, which is most of them, are people that I latched onto that were very intelligent, like super nice, chill people that didn't use drugs. Because as soon as I got clean, I went full time 3 months after my original sobriety date in 2007, and all I did was just spend 24/7 with these kids because they're really smart. You know, I was getting better. I loved poker. They loved poker. They didn't use drugs. It's just a perfect situation. So I was spending, like Anthony Gregg in 2007, I would literally wake up at 5 p.m., go to his apartment at 6 p.m., play from 6:30 until 6 in the morning, and then go home. My parents and family would be waking up to go to work. I'd go to sleep. I'd wake up when they came home from work. I did that, I'm not kidding, every single day to get Supernova Elite. And just to have that, and then we eventually got a house together. Christian Harder, Tony bought a house. We all lived there. So the Tony and Christian are my 2 best friends in poker, and then branching outside of that, Andrew Lichtenberger, Timothy Adams, like all really successful players, and we all have that killer instinct where we have, you know, that motivation to want to be the best, and that's something that I can't really find in most 9-to-5-ish people. And I just think that poker players are wired a certain way, and it's really difficult to kind of understand how a 9-to-5er looks at life, the same way that it is for them to look at how we live our lives. So I still have friends that are like normal people, but I would say 95% of my friends right now are poker players. The main event win changed my life in a way where now, you know, I've always been someone that looked towards the future financially, where I want to be at, even at 18 years old, where I wanted to be at 25, 30, 35, 40, and I've always been making goals and readjusting them and stuff. And now I always wondered, you know, at 21 I had my best year as a poker player until last year. So it was almost kind of depressing to think I made so much money in 2009. You know, did I hit my ceiling? You know, like, did I make the most money I'm ever going to make in a year at 21 years old? You know, how can I start getting into other things? the decision to go with Ivey was just a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. I was in like beginning discussions with them 4 or 5 days after I got home from vacation. So I guess a couple weeks after the main event. And as soon as I saw the different deals, I was like, wow, this could get pretty interesting, because like I wonder what they're going to offer me. And they offered me a pretty sick deal, which like higher than I expected, quite honestly. And to have that opportunity where this day and age, that market has decreased by over 90% of what it was for main event winners in the past. I just like couldn't be more excited. And you know, David Ortiz is the head of the operation, and I see his vision, and I've seen the software, and I've played on so many different sites over the last 7 years, 8 years of playing online, that like I truly am like happy to see the software and the vision they have. I'm just so like for it, and I mean, I'm excited to see what happens now. We'll see which states pass it and how it goes from here.